All right, let's check out this video.
You guys didn't know, I'm 31 and I have never really been in a relationship before. I thought since Valentine's Day is coming up, this would be a good time to talk about it because I do get a lot of questions about this, despite the fact that I feel like I'm constantly talking about it. I need to shut up. I feel like ever since I moved out on my own last summer, so many people are so confused. It's like, what's going on in my life? It's strange because I see a lot of things on TikTok, just like a lot of content out there being like, can we normalize still being single in your 30s or like never having been in a relationship before? And I'm like, I don't think it's abnormal. The fact that I'm seeing this like every other video, I think it's pretty normal. Don't get me wrong.
Here's my personal opinion of, let's say, never being in a relationship when you're in your 30s. Um, that means that you have never gained the needed experience to actually, when you just happen to be in a relationship. This is a thing where if you plan, because like this is the thing, if you are fine with being single for the rest of your life, cool. Yeah. Why would you need to be in a relationship? Why would you? It's fine. Be single for the rest of your life. Problem lies if that you want to eventually, whenever, be in a relationship, get married, maybe have kids. It doesn't get easier with age. It doesn't get easier with age, especially women. This is the thing where a lot of women don't understand. You getting older does not make you more, does not increase your dating value. Okay, for what men would again, I'm not saying that. I said this: dating for women is easy. You could be young, you could be old, you could be ugly, you could be fat, you could be pretty, you could be skinny, you could be fat. It don't matter. You will always have options. Okay. The issue, what drastically shrinks, right? Options will shrink, but what will drastically shrink is the men that you want, right, as your options. That drastically shrinks. So it doesn't get easier with age. Women don't automatically get more beautiful as they get older. They don't. Not not in general. Uh, so yeah, I mean, dating values doesn't get better. Also, again, you're not gaining the needed experiences, uh, so you can be a good partner. One, you don't know how to interact with men, how to compromise, how to deal with men. You because you've never really been with men. Like this is the thing where what makes you a great partner then? What would make you a great partner? Essentially, you don't know. You don't know how to treat a man. You don't know how to, I don't know, make someone happy or contribute to someone's happiness or whatever it may be. All the experiences you can gain from interacting or being with the men you like. I'm not saying you need like dozens of bodies or dozens of relationships. No, but like a bit of experience is helpful, especially if you want eventually to be in a relationship. So again, also one of the things that I think is a big key thing is that time. Time is very important. You don't gain back time. Okay, uh, you know. So this is the thing where you gotta think about it logically. Let's say this again. It all comes into if you still want someone. If you are in the dating market, then what you're doing is wrong. So let's say hypothetically you're 20, right? You're 20. Um, let's say you're in the dating market. You're about 20. Let's say you're in one relationship 2 years, that failed. Now you're 22. You're in another relationship 2 years, that failed as well. Now you're 24. Okay, took you 4 years to go through two bad relationships. Now let's say you're in another relationship. Um, you know, let's say that was 3 years. Okay, and that failed. Okay, now we're 24. You're 27. Now you're in a relationship, and then it's amazing. You get married. Okay, you're 27. You get married. Boom, get married. You have kids, now all the greatness. Here's the thing where you're 30, what you said, 31, 2 years bad relationship. Now you're 33. Another 2 years a bad relationship. You know, now you're 35. Boom, another bad relationship. Let's say 3 years. Now you're 38. Now, if I go by along that pattern, boom, you're 38. Now you're in a relationship that is good. But it's the thing, you're hitting on where it's not optimal to have kids. Now there's less value, and now you're older. It's like now the man's like, what? I don't know. It's just there's time wasted, time not needed to waste. You didn't have to waste that time because who knows that now at 38 you will get that man you want, or find that man you want, or attract the man you want. And then, now depending on, does he not want kids, or does he only want one kid? It's like wasting time that you could have, let's say, used when you were younger. Because as we get older, we shouldn't be wasting time. Our youth is perfect to waste that time, okay? To go through all the frogs we have to go through.
I have a lot of days where I'm really down about that, but a lot of days I'm just kind of like, you know what? I could be married to the wrong person and be miserable. But instead, I'm just living my life in my girly little apartment, like just having a lovely time. But I thought I would just talk more about this and like my goals and like what I really want in that realm, because we are coming up to Valentine's Day. I do have plans for Valentine's Day. I guess I'll talk more about that like when I'm getting ready for those plans on Valentine's Day. But I'm going to a little like singles event thing. I don't know. Me and my sister are both going. It's gonna be really interesting, but I'll tell you guys more about that on the day. You open yourself up and start talking about this kind of stuff on social media, you truly do open yourself up to every single assumption and criticism there is. I have actually heard it all the reasons why people think I'm still single, I'm a snob, I'm this, I'm that, I'm actually gay, which like, hey, I'm out here supporting everybody, but I think at the age of 31, I would have considered that at that point. I truly wish that was the case. But really, when it comes down to it, like we are all just so different. And I have a lot of issues with intimacy for just like various reasons. I've never been like actively trying to not date. I just find it very hard to connect with people in that way. I also do very much believe when it's the right person, it's going to be a lot easier for me. But also,
Women live on hopium. Women live on hopium. Women live on like, oh, the magic. Oh, when it's the right person. When is this is the thing? When is your soulmate happening? When is the dream man coming? It's like seriously, live in reality. Like it. How about put some effort in it? Oh, the dream man is gonna pop down. It's like this is a thing where I I don't care why you're single. I don't care why you're single, right? Because it's your life. I'm not here to dictate, women's lives. I don't do that. But what I do say, you know what? Maybe you're better off single. And plenty of women would agree with it. Plenty of women would agree with it. So that's why, like I said, I've been a big proponent on, if you are happily single, just stay single. Be single for the rest of your life. Because honestly, in my opinion, it, women don't become better partners with age. They don't become better partners with age. It's harder for them to pair bond. Okay. Um, and you could hear the things she said. Okay, she has problems with intimacies, all this stuff. Well, great. That's not that's not uh you know a trait men are dying to have in their women. So a lot of women are probably too um mentally unstable, too traumatized to honestly be in a healthy relationship. So it's understandable. So really, a lot of women are just better off um, staying single for the rest of life. And here's the thing: probably today's day and age is probably the best time, right? Plenty of women to validate you on being single for the rest of your life. Women honestly aren't that crazy to have kids anymore, and more women than ever are hating men. And you know Women are working, women are making good money, so you could buy the shit you want, you could travel when you want. So really, again, I'm a big proponent on men don't approach anymore. I'm a big proponent on, you know what? If you're happy single, stay single. You're better off single because honestly, it doesn't do anyone any good that you do something that would make you unhappy. Okay. I always think if you can say you're happily single, why change that? Why change it? Stop it. Don't change it. For me, I would never say I'm happily single. I'm saying I'm just content. It is what it is. Uh, Dating isn't easy for men. So, I mean, if I'm not going out there asking women out, women aren't coming up to me. So, really, I'm content. It's not I'm happy single. It's just that, it is what it is. I can't, it's not like I can't change it. It's that, you know what? It's like, it's annoying to, that effort right now. But again, um, if you are happily single, I'm in big support of you.
So, like I've mentioned before, I mean, you have no control over the fact that, like, you might just not come in contact with people that you're attracted to. People ask me all the time if I'm, like, actively dating because I've said that that's obviously something that's important to me at this stage in my life. I have also decided that for myself, personal decision, like, not judging anybody who uses them, I will not ever be using dating apps. Tried it, not for me. Yes, very much open to the idea of dating, but like I don't ever meet people that I'm interested in dating, so I don't really know where we go from here. A lot of girls ask me what I tell people when they ask me why I'm single, like why I'm not dating anybody, which to be honest, I think that is such a strange thing to ask somebody. I know a lot of times it comes from a good place because people are complimenting me being like, "Oh, we think you're so pretty, like why are you still single?" But like in my mind, I don't really know what those things have to do with the other.
That's the thing where is she pretty? I think she's average. I think she borderlines on cute, but I don't know if I'll call her pretty. I'll call her average, which is fine, right? Most people are average. I'm not saying I'm anyone special. I'm average. She looks average. Okay. Now I don't know what's gonna happen when she finishes her makeup, but it's like again, fresh face out of the shower, you are average.
All you have to say is, I haven't met the right person yet. I think I also started getting a lot of questions about this when I moved out last summer because people assumed, like, oh, she's moved out on her own now. Probably she's gonna start dating more. Yeah, haven't gone on a single date in like a decade at this point. But I will say, I do feel like moving out, it's been the best decision of my life. I'm so happy that I did. A lot of people ask me about that. Like, I'm so happy living on my own. But that being said, it obviously does bring up a lot of feelings and make you like confront a lot of things in your life. Because I was living with my family, there was always something going on, like always somebody around. And I feel like I was very much distracted with a lot of things. And I think living alone, you have to think about a lot. So living alone has definitely so far forced me to kind of confront some of the not so healthy mindsets that I have about, just like dating and just like life in general. But I just feel like as a person, I'm just so different than I was like a year ago, but in a lot of good ways. There's honestly so much I wish I could share with you guys about what's happened in the last, like, I don't know, like 8 months. But some things are just too personal for social media. If we ever meet in person, we'll chat. I think part of why dating has also always been very hard for me is that my parents had a very picturesque, perfect relationship. Still do. They've been, married for like what, over 30 years now. I've hardly ever even seen them have like an actual fight. So I've always kind of thought like that's what I'm looking for. I need that exact relationship. But the thing is, I am so different from both my parents. I definitely feel like I developed this mindset of like if every little thing isn't perfect, if I don't feel 100% completely happy with every little detail, I gotta cut them off. Like
What men are dealing with. Women that think they're pretty. Women that think they are whatever, whatever perceived attraction level they have. Women that put in zero effort, no dating apps, don't go on dates, don't really do nothing. Okay? Wouldn't ask men out. Put zero effort. I mean, literally, she's putting makeup for a camera. So really, that's not much of an effort for a man. And then expect perfection. It's like this is the it- it's like this is the problem. You expect perfection. If he's not perfect, if the situation's not perfect, time is not perfect. Uh, Whatever's not perfect, you're gone. You're out the window. And then people say, "Oh my God, I wonder why so many women are single. So many beautiful, gorgeous women are single." Really? Because honestly, most women aren't that gorgeous. Most women aren't that pretty. They're attractive, right? Men find average women attractive. Not surprising. Attractive is not necessarily making like you're pretty, you're gorgeous. No, men are just attracted to women. Um, but yeah, over like huge egos, uh, expecting perfection. No duh. So many women are so single.
To protect myself. But, that does not get you very far. I think I've just always seen things as very black and white. And just in the last year, I feel like that has shifted to where I can empathize more with people in different situations and I see a lot of gray. And not in the way that I feel like I would compromise on what I want, just more so I don't know. I just feel like I needed more balance in the way I see things. So I don't really know if I have too much advice to offer anybody who's single right now, especially as Valentine's Day is coming up. But I think you can rest assured knowing that really, truly, it is not strange at this age to like have not had that much dating experience. Like you would be surprised at so many girls who message me about the exact same thing. I think when I was younger, I felt like I also needed to like force myself to go out on dates, to like practice and like be good at dating. But the thing is, you cannot force chemistry. You either get along with somebody or you don't. Wasting your time hanging out with people and going on dates with people that you have absolutely no interest in and have no chemistry with is not going to help you in any way. For better or for worse, trust me, like for better or for worse, you're attracted to who you're attracted to. And it's like you don't have to practice. And let me tell you, as somebody who has an avoidant attachment style, I am always attracted to people that I should not be attracted to, but you just can't help it. So if you're in that place.
Yeah, and then you wonder why women are single. This is the thing where at the end of the day, again, women choose the men that they want. Women don't choose the men that are best for them. Uh, Women don't choose the men that logically they should choose. Women choose the men that they want.
Right now where you just haven't dated that many people and you feel like you need to force yourself to go out with people in order to get the experience, just don't do it. When you have a crush on somebody, you don't have to practice. The conversations are easy, it's fun. It doesn't matter if you've never had a crush on anybody else. It's just like human nature. It just comes out. By the way, I'm still getting a lot of questions about what mascara I've been using recently, and it is this one from the brand Innae. It's so good. They sent me a whole bunch of backups for when I run out, like, oh, you can share with your friends and family. And I'm like, yeah, I'll give maybe like one away, but I'm saving these for me. Anyways, I know nothing I'm saying is groundbreaking, but I feel like when you're in this position, the last thing you want to hear people say is like, oh, it'll happen when it happens. I'm like, yeah, probably, but like when you're in that situation, like it freaking sucks. And another thing I hate hearing is like when become friends with somebody and they're like, yeah, I'm so sick of being single. And then you find out they've been single for like 6 months. Like, okay, we're not.
How could you be sick of anything? You are the problem. You're the one who's. It's like, it's funny is that okay? I shot myself in the leg and I had to amputate it. I hate being. I hate having no leg. I hate having only one leg. You did it to yourself. You're the reason why you have one leg. Being sick of it? What? If you were sick of it, you would have changed. You would not have done the things you did. This is why I have no sympathy for women. They are the ones to do the shit that's wrong with their life, their dating life. And then they have the gall, the entitlement to complain about anything. To be sick about anything? You're kidding me?
The same breed. And then they find somebody like a week later and you're like, okay, I think actually we need to put a pause on this friendship. It's rough. It is rough. It's really rough. And I think especially now with like a lot of people not wanting to do the dating apps, like people are just so over it because it's just such a waste of time. A lot of people are just generally very frustrated and like not.
It's funny. Dating apps are a waste of time. Why? Why are they wasting time? Because what you're not getting the men that you want. Okay, well, not doing it, you're doing this, you're getting the same results. So you're wasting time regardless. You're wasting time regardless. At least if you're on dating apps, there is a higher potential for you to find someone. The difference is when you're not doing shit, that's kind of a lower chance of change.
Not sure like how to even go about dating. I feel like the apps kind of like had their moment maybe like 2022, 2023, and people are just like really over it now. Okay, we got some blush blindness happening. I got mascara all over my lid. So if you're going through it, I'm right there with you. We have made absolutely no progress in that department in the last 10 years slash ever. But there is so much more to life than dating. And you just have to remind yourself that when you have your bad days, but you are absolutely allowed to have your bad days. I will never be the person on here telling you, oh, just it'll happen when it happens. Just focus on your hobbies and your goals. Like, no. You have permission to slap me in the face if I ever start talking like that. I actually am really excited for this little Valentine's Day event that I'm going to with my sister. We're just gonna have a very cutesy little girly night. I think I'm gonna make like a Valentine's Day charcuterie board for us.
I want to say that, I mean, I would never say that a woman will never find a man. No matter the situation, old, young, fat, skinny, ugly, pretty, women have options. They will always have options. What I would say is that a lot of women don't understand that they are shrinking the options of men they want. Okay, options of men is not that hard. Okay, women will always have options of men. What will be hard is that you're shrinking the pool of men that you want. That is what's gonna okay. And your personality, if you get a man that you want, you probably can't keep him because you are gaining and developing bad habits or you have no experience at all. So, it is what it is. I would never say a woman can't find a man. She wants a man, it's he has shit. That game is easy for a woman. So, what do you guys think?